Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the OU Football Preview Show. I'm Rick Heath. With me, Al Eschbach, and we're at one of our favorite places, Al, Louis Grill and Bar on Southwestern and 89th in Oklahoma City. Louis, what a great place to come and watch, eat, and drink.
World famous, Louis, all over the place, and what a great place to watch Bedlam this Saturday.
Yeah, to watch Bedlam on Saturday. If it's going to be so cold and all that, you don't want to go into the game. You want to stay inside and watch it at a Louis, your local neighborhood bar and grill and bar. So find Louis. There's 14 of them around. Louis is a great place to eat and drink. Great big screen TVs. Nothing over $10 on the menu. Good food. Always at Louis Grill and Bar. Al, what's the one thing that the OU fans need to know this year about Bedlam?
That they have a better record in Stillwater against OSU than they do in Norman.
There you go. That should give OU fans a little heart.
Crazy, isn't it?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And and the thing about it is, OU's been up there 3 out of 4 years.
I know. Yeah,
that's unheard of. But this is the 3rd out of 4th year because of the realignment and the dropping of the 2 teams and all that. So I mean, it's not like they're not used to playing there.
No, absolutely not. It just, but OSU's a lot better now than they were back whenever.
Yes.
So it just. It's one of the most lopsided rivalry series in the country, but Oklahoma State has gotten so much better, so much competitive, and OSU wins, they're co-Big 12 champions.
Yeah, and
going to the Fiesta Bowl.
And they own the tiebreaker, so they go to the Fiesta Bowl.
You're right.
And so that's their incentive. OU's incentive is to come out and play strong and play well.
Absolutely.
Gabe Eicher was asked that, what do you feel like a spoiler role? And he goes, that's the stupidest question. He goes, I hate that question.
Yeah,
We're not spoilers.
Yeah.
We're playing this game to win it, not to spoil. Hey, speaking of the game, if you need OU OSU tickets, OklahomaTickets.com has them. Go to Tickets Unlimited, Oklahoma Tickets. Either one, give them a call at 364-7500 to go to TicketsUnlimited.com. OU OSU tickets, Thunder tickets, concert tickets. The best tickets available are available at Tickets Unlimited, 364-7500, or go on the web at TicketsUnlimited.com or OklahomaTickets.com. We'll be right back from Louis Grill and Bar on 89th and Western right after this. And welcome back to the OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from Louis Grill and Bar on 89th and Southwestern Oklahoma City. Great place. Nothing over $10 on the menu, but it's great food, big screen TVs, everything you want at a grill and bar. It's a great place to go with Louis.
Absolutely. The food, the drinks.
The atmosphere.
The atmosphere.
And the bartenders are great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the bartenders are great. Also, let me tell you about Urgent Eye Care. Urgent Comprehensive Eye Care of Oklahoma City, Edmond, Mustang, Midwest City. They got 4 locations featuring same-day service with Dr. Thomas Wolf and Associates. They have one in Edmond on South Boulevard, 3431 South Boulevard, South Oklahoma City, I-240 and Walker. Also in Midwest City, 2150 South Douglas, and in Mustang, 207 Trade Center Terrace. That is Urgent Comprehensive Eye Care of Oklahoma. Great place to get your eyes taken care of. If you need a great prescription, Dr. Thomas and his associates will take care of you. And basically, it's same-day service. So that's Urgent Comprehensive Eye Care with 4 locations in the metro area, in Edmond, South Oklahoma City, Midwest City, and Mustang. Over 15 years experience featuring same-day service. Al, let's go back to the Bedlam game. Let's talk OU's offense against OSU's defense. Now, OSU's defense has looked pretty good in some instances this year.
No doubt, it's very good. It's probably the best defense in the conference.
And so I'm looking at it. How does OU attack that? I mean, obviously with Trevor Knight and the run game, that's been the most successful thing they've done this year.
And with the weather, that's what you're going to do. Run. A couple of passes, but you got to run, get outside. When Trevor Knight has started, they've been able to run against everybody.
And that's the good thing. Trevor Knight has been able to open it up, and with his being able to get outside, it opens up the middle eventually.
And they haven't faced this type of offense. They have not faced this offense.
They haven't. Now, what happens? Here's the question I have for you. And I want you to put yourself in Josh Heupel and Jay Norvell's shoes. OSU just puts everybody on the line of scrimmage.
Like Kansas State did.
Yeah. And then, so you still run it.
You still run it.
Josh Heupel's first impulse is going to be throw it.
No, it won't be. Against Kansas State, it was run it.
Well, they did. They did, and they were able to run it.
Yeah.
If they don't have success
Then you got to throw
early,
some slants. I mean, but you're going into the game and say, just like Oklahoma State is, the weather's going to be bad. It's going to be really hard to throw the ball. You got to get the things, get Knight out there, pop the running back, and Brennan Clay. The key to this game is if Oklahoma does not have success running the ball, they cannot win this game.
Exactly. If they can't run the ball, they won't win.
They got problems.
And the thing about it is that if you measure up OU's running attack, it's better than OSU's running attack right now.
Right.
Okay, with Trevor Knight. Okay, OU's running backs with Brennan Clay and Roy Finch are really, really good running backs.
Absolutely.
Top flight. Now, maybe in the Staley, the fullback for OSU, probably a better point blocker than Rapowski, because he's the one that makes their running attack go on the point of attack. But if OU can run that read option and get some outside shots and some slant openings, they can really turn up the field and go.
That will be a key to see how much success they have running the ball.
If OU can run the ball. Now, see, I like the fact that Gabe Eichert at the press conference this week said, "Hey, we're ready." After he got away from the microphone, the other people were talking to him. He goes, "Hey, we're ready. Our offensive line is probably playing as well as it has." Now, there's a couple little dings and nicks on the
and Tyrus Thompson.
But they think Thompson's going to be there.
Yeah.
So and they're going to be able to run it. If they can run the ball and take OSU's offense out of the picture a little bit and be able to run it, OU's got a great chance to win a game.
Well, yeah, that'll be key. Again, Oklahoma State's really good defensively. They've done a great job. They're sort of like Baylor. They're a veteran group. They've been around for a while, so I think that really helps them. They're good at the corner. Their defensive tackles, Eichert said, are really good players.
Yeah, he did. And now, here's what I'm talking about. The cornerbacks are going to get out there, and they're going to lock on Saunders and Shepard, and they're going to say, "We're going to shut you down." Now, the only way they're going to be able to beat that is occasionally the quick slants, like you said earlier.
Right.
Quick slants, that's what Trevor throws best.
Yep.
Trevor Knight throws those best on his deal. And then, after they bite on those quick slants, a slant and go where you right past them. Because when there's one-on-one with those cornerbacks, if you get by them.
Look at Auburn against Alabama. Auburn goes, "We're not going to throw the ball. We're going to run the ball down your throat." And you know what? They did.
But
that's the key.
Yeah, but Josh Heupel never has really, really committed to that before.
Well, yeah, he did against Kansas State. He did.
Well, yeah, but they still had to end up throwing some.
Yeah,
some.
Yeah, it's some. But he's going to. I imagine the weather's bad. Josh Heupel's a smart guy, really smart guy.
And and that's the one thing in his advantage. To his advantage is he's smart enough to change up what his tendencies are.
Right. Well, he's smart enough to know that his quarterback, like Kansas State, he goes, "Okay, we're just going to run the ball down and throw some slants."
I tell you, a player that made a huge difference at Kansas State was Shepard. Having him back in there as a running. As a passing receiver.
Doubt. Absolutely.
Oh, man, that opened it up a whole bunch. That kept him being all heavy on Saunders.
You got him and Saunders out there. They're two pretty good people. Oklahoma State's corners are really good. But what it does, again, your safeties, with that run, you look at, you don't have to be careful. In the Alabama game, when he comes up, Marshall comes up there, ooh, look at this. The guy's coming right to me.
Boom. That's
Touchdown.
what I want to see.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. Trevor and I do that. Hey, we'll talk more here from Louis on 89th and Southwestern. Heath, Al Eschbach. We'll be right back. And welcome back to OU Football Preview Show. Heath, Al Eschbach from Louis Grill and Bar on 89th and Southwestern. One of the many Louis around the neighborhoods in Oklahoma City. If there's one near you, you got to go. It's a great place to watch sports, whether it's the Thunder, Bedlam, Clash, whatever you think, sports that you like. Louis is where to go. Great food, great drinks, all at Louis Grill and Bar.
Love the place, and they're all over the state. And again, what a place to watch Bedlam this week.
It is. Hey, let me tell you about Rain Guard of Oklahoma. Rain Guard of Oklahoma has Gutter Helmet, the featured piece that keeps leaves out of your gutters forever. For more information, give Rain Guard a call. They've got 3 great metro locations. Not only will they take care of your gutter needs, but when they install the gutter helmet, you'll never have to take leaves out of your gutters again. They did it for me. It's the best thing I've done in a long time. They'll do it for you. Give Rain Guard a call. 3 great metro locations with the professional staff. That's Rain Guard. Will take care of all those needs for you. Al, let's talk a little bit about OU's defense. Now, when they played Kansas State, they had a tough time against the pass that first half.
Yeah, and then he puts Aaron Colvin on Lockett.
Yeah,
different story.
Yeah, they didn't really know that Colvin how much he could go.
I know.
But what a warrior he was.
Yeah.
Golly.
And Mike sold out too much to the run. Stoops also in the first half made some adjustments.
Yeah, and he mentioned that this week in the press conference, Mike, because Bob was a little delayed. Mike came up and he goes, hey, it makes me think like old times where I'm up here, doing the press conference. But anyway, yeah, he said they're going to adjust it a little bit. And they've got a pretty good feel for how their defense is playing now.
They're playing pretty well right now.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good defense. They're a pretty good defense team. Oklahoma State's really good offensively. The difference has been the clinch shelf of the last couple of games and the clinch shelf earlier in the year.
Yeah. Yeah, which one's going to be there this Saturday?
He played really well again. Went down to Texas and Baylor, 2 big games. He played really well. So
and one of the things that I asked Coach Stoops about was their quarterback run game. To me, that is a huge part of what they do. Clint Shelf seems to feed off of that when he can jump up and make those jump up, with the quarterback draw and the quarterback read play. He's been able to get almost 100 yards.
I love what they do offensively with that. And here, another key is early in the year, their offensive line wasn't blocking anybody.
Yeah.
And he was playing the wrong running back. So they've made some adjustments there, and Shelf's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Well, he is. And so if you're Mike Stoops, you have to, his tendency is to take away the run first.
Right.
That's always been his basics.
On a day like Saturday, they're going to be, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah. So that's it. That's his tendency.
It's 2 things what they're going to do. OU's going to say, Shelf, you beat us. Oh, throwing the ball. OU's going to go, OSU's going to go, triple night, you beat us throwing the ball.
And whoever has the most success stopping the other is the one that's going to win.
Although I think OU's going to have a better chance to run the ball in Oklahoma State.
Well, and they should be able to. But one of the things, 2 stats for you. OSU has scored at least 20 points in 50 consecutive games. That's the longest active win streak in the NCAA.
That's amazing. That's really impressive.
Yeah.
Really impressive.
Yeah, they have that means OU's got to score. They can't. It's not a 10-7 game.
No,
unless the weather just shuts it down.
Yeah, just the weather. Yeah, absolutely.
And then the other stat for you: OSU has scored at least 1 TD in less than 2 minutes in 33 straight games.
That's something.
That's a quick strike offense.
Yeah, it is.
That just shows you how well offense they've been playing.
Their receivers are really good too. Their receivers are really good.
They've got good receivers that can get behind if you don't watch it, and they're good possession receivers.
And I love that they mix it up. Their game plan offensively against Baylor was brilliant.
Oh, it was. They mixed it up where they didn't know whether it's running, passing, quarterback.
Yeah. They did some marvelous.
And they
things.
did that without Josh Stewart.
I know.
And he's supposed to be healthy for this Saturday. That's going to make those receivers even more daunting.
They're very, very good.
And so if OU can slow down Shelf and keep him from running the ball and put OSU's running attack at bay. And that Kyle Staley's coming off that fullback off the edge. He's clearing that edge, 260-pound guy. Mm-hmm. These corners, not corners, but safeties and linebackers are really going to have to be ready for him.
Yeah, they are. He carried the ball more than he's had his whole career the other day.
And that's what you got to watch out for, too.
Yep.
All of a sudden he's the lead blocker, and all of a sudden they start handing it to him, and he's past the line of scrimmage when anybody knows he's got the ball.
Yeah, they do a really good job offensively.
And so Mike Stoops is, he's got confidence in his defense, and they look like they are playing it at a high level right now. If Aaron Colvin can come in and help shut down one side of it with his shoulder still injured, that'll be a huge help.
Oh, absolutely. Because Sanchez, I'm sure OSU's going to go with Sanchez.
Well, they're going to try to.
They're going to try to.
Now, one thing
That's
about they don't have a dominant receiver like Lockett in Kansas State.
You're right. No, you're right.
So they're going to be able to take one guy away with Colvin. But Sanchez is going to have to play a good game. And the safeties are going to have to play well.
Gabe Legs had a really good year. Really, really good year.
And Hayes is going to have to do well, too.
Yeah.
And the linebackers are probably going to be in charge of stopping Shelf.
Yeah, and that's a key. Because they spring it on you that Shelf, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but he can run. He's not slow either.
He's not slow, but he's not fast. But he's just smart enough to get out there. Hey, let me tell you about Turk's Tavern. Turk's Tavern next to Old Germany Restaurant in Choctaw. alpine setting with a sports bar. How else could you beat it? They got great German food, 40 German beers on tap, and probably 100 different kinds of beers available at Turk's Tavern next to Old Germany Restaurant in Choctaw. It's a great place to go. Great food, Al.
Great beer.
Great beers.
Great combination.
And Al knows great beers, and Turk's Tavern has great beers. Hey, we'll be right back with the last segment on the OU Football Preview Show after this. And welcome back to the final edition of the OU Football Preview Show, Bedlam style, Bedlam edition here. Rick, Heath, Al Eschbach from Louis on 89th and Southwestern here in Oklahoma City, with lots of Louis around the neighborhood, grill and bar all over Oklahoma City. Great place, big screen TVs, food under $10, great drink specials every night at Louis. Also, I want to thank some wonderful sponsors of the OU Football Preview Show, the Trails Golf Club in Norman. If you haven't already found a place for your holiday party, give Kathy Hess a call at the Trails, and she can help you. A last-minute party arrangements can be made at the Trails Golf Club in Norman. Give them a call at 364-3790. Also, Green Acres wants to thank everyone that helped them this year. Have a wonderful year. They did a great job, but they want to say thank you and have a Merry Christmas from Green Acres. And call them if you want pre-emergent. Be ready for next year, 2014, in the spring with Green Acres. Also, Rain Guard, home of the gutter helmet. Never clean leaves out of your gutter again. 3 great metro locations with a professional staff. That's Rain Guard, home of the gutter helmet. Give them a call today. And Coda CrossFit in Norman and in Oklahoma City. Get in the best shape of your life. They have different workouts designed for different levels every day. Highly trained and knowledgeable staff. Come train with a friendly community of people that will help you accomplish your goals. That's Coda CrossFit in Norman and Oklahoma City. Now let's talk real quickly about Sooners have struggled in the first quarter this year.
Yeah, they have. I mean, that's now against Kansas State, they moved the ball. They got up on them, which was impressive. But they have. I mean, we'll see. I mean, Trevor Knight looks like he's a different player than he was earlier in the year. So let's see what he does. That offense also looks different now. Let's see what they can do. On the road. One thing Oklahoma's done this year. Think of it. They played really bad at Baylor, but they went to Notre Dame and Kansas State, 2 tough places and won.
Well, in Kansas State, it was cold.
Right.
It was windy.
Right.
So it's not like it's going to be a different situation on Saturday. And it seemed like their running game thrived on that.
Yeah. Well, it thrives because with Trevor Knight, the defense got to worry about him going outside. It opens up the inside. I guarantee Brennan Clay loves this.
Oh, that's the best thing that's happened to him in a while. He didn't think he's going to get the 200-plus yards. I remember the other day they asked him at the press conference what his most memorable part of being at Oklahoma was. His first 100-yard game.
Well, and now
he's got 200 yards a game.
Now he's in sight of getting 1,000 yards rushing for the year.
Isn't that great for him? I mean, a senior that stayed around. And, I love his running style. It is so different because it's a patience.
He looks vision.
Yes.
Got great vision, especially coming out of that zone.
And he gets there and he doesn't just hit the hole. He'll wait and find that little slide around until he sees the seam he wants, and then boom, he's up there.
He's good. You may see some Keith Ford also.
Yeah, and that's a different kind of running back, and Finch is still good, but they don't have, they're not going to play him. That's obvious. It's the last game of his career, regular season.
He'll be the backup.
Well, I know, but I mean, they're not going to play him much.
No, not in this thing. I mean, and again, Brandon Clay looks better right now.
Well, he does, and he's doing well. You can't. His numbers spell it out.
Absolutely.
And Keith Ford coming in is more of a bruiser type running back.
But again, will they play him because the fumble problems? That's the last thing you need.
They don't want to do that either. And Brandon Clay's been so consistent with the ball, and to me, that is the key on Saturday is ball control, holding on to the ball.
Yeah, you can't have turnovers. You simply cannot have turnovers this game. It'll absolutely kill you.
OSU is one of the top teams in the country on turnover margin. They have turned people over so many. They have 33 games in a row they've gotten a turnover. 33 games in a row they've gotten a turnover. And if they get 2 turnovers, they've only lost one.
And when it's cold like this, you think you might come with an interception. So
you might be able to do that. You're just going to have to really play hard. And I think the ball control and ball possession is going to be huge in that weather.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Yeah, it's going to be one of those games where some people say it's they go like, well, this is football weather. No, it's not. This is stupid weather.
Eskimo weather.
Yeah, right. And Eskimos don't play football.
That's right. They stay inside the igloo.
That's right.
That's where you need to be, Eskimo Joe's, watching the game. Hey, let's talk about the special teams. OSU's got really, really special return guys. Josh Stewart on punts and Gilbert on kickoffs.
And that's where it's important. You got to kick it into the end zone.
Yes, and you know, and if they can do that, now if the wind becomes a factor, there's going to be some returns. Now, hey, on the other hand, OU's return men have been playing pretty well too.
Well, Finch is really good.
And Jalen Saunders on punts.
They're really good.
So,
the big difference is OU field goal kicking.
Yes.
Huge advantage.
Yeah,
huge advantage.
Huge, and this close a game, you would think that would be a good, solid advantage for OU.
Yeah, you saw what happened to Alabama.
That's right. And Nick Saban, you can say what you want to say about Nick Saban, but he made a mistake. Hey, real quick, time for predictions, and I'm going to go. My prediction is OSU 38, OU 27.
I'm going to go 24-21.
24-21, OU, OSU.
OSU.
So we both got OSU because they're a favorite team. Anyway, you heard it here on Bedlam Style on the OU Football Preview Show. We'll see you next time on the OU Football Preview Show.
On the last couple drives, Kansas State has made some adjustments and plugged up the holes. Oklahoma needs to get this first down and keep these chains moving.
And they do, off the right side, busting it. Watch out, Clay, untouched, 10-5, touchdown, 64 yards.
Who needs to move the chains when he can just score, right?